Hey YouTube, it's Zoe, and today I'm going to do my Christmas Booktube-A-Thon and Cramathon Tbrs. I'm so excited to do these two readathons over the next 6 days. I am out of my reading slump, so I just want to read all day, and now I have a purpose to read all day for the readathons, and I can read along with other people who are just reading all day. It just sounds like the best deal ever. So I'm going to share with you all the books that I'm planning on reading over the next 6 days. The Christmas Booktube-A-Thon, which is being hosted by Ariel Bissett, started this morning, Friday, December 19th, 2014 at 12 o'clock a.m. and it is going on until, I think, Sunday night, which is the 21st of December at 11:59 p.m. So 3 whole days of reading. The first challenge is to finish a book that you've been wanting to read all year, and the book that I chose was The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I have been reading this book since October, and I think that's kind of cheating because I already started and I am this far through the book. But honestly, I cannot get through this book. I don't know why. It's just so hard for me to get through, and I love Sarah J. Maas's writing. So again, I don't know why I haven't finished it yet, but I will finish it over the next 3 days. I will try to. The next challenge is to read a book with red and green on the cover, and I chose The Disenchantments by Nina LaCour. The next challenge is to read a book that was gifted to you, so I'm going to read The Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan. This is the 3rd book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. I was gifted the box set a couple of months ago, so I want to continue on with that series. My goal for the end of this year and next year is to finish all the series that I have started. So I'm going to start with this early and try and finish the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. The last challenge for the Christmas Booktube-A-Thon is to finish 3 books, and I finished a book this morning at like 1 a.m. and I finished 10 Things We Did and Probably Shouldn't Have by Sarah Milanowski, so I'm going to count that as 1 book read during the Booktube-A-Thon because I finished it 1 hour into the Booktube-A-Thon. So I only need to finish 2 more books and then I win. The next readathon that I would like to partake in is the Cram-A-Thon, which is being hosted by Whitney from Witty Novels. It takes place from Saturday at 12 o'clock a.m. to Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. And the goal of this readathon is to just boost up your Goodreads goal, even if you have already surpassed it like I have, just to boost it up and read as much as you can before the end of the year. So you want to read smaller books and you want to read a lot of smaller books. The first challenge is to read a children's book, so I'm going to read Once Upon a Marigold by Jane Ferris. This was one of my favorite books as a young child in elementary school, so young and naive, and this I really don't remember too much about. It is like a fairy tale, and it says part comedy, part love story, part everything but the kitchen sink. This was the first romance type book that I had ever read when I was young, and I remember this was my first fangirling moment because I'm pretty sure there is a kissing scene in this book, and I actually like squealed out loud on my couch and I started to cry. I remember that very vividly. I started to cry and I just, I don't know what was happening. The fangirling, it was like I had evolved into a fangirl. Another challenge is to read 2 books in 24 hours, so I'm going to read another children's book. It is The Beloved Dearly by Doug Cooney. I was obsessed with this book in like 2nd grade. Another challenge is to read a graphic novel, and I was pretty sure that I did not have a graphic novel on my bookshelf because I've never purchased a graphic novel before, but I forgot that I was gifted a graphic novel last year for Christmas by my mom. She gave me Frostbite, a Vampire Academy graphic novel. This is the 2nd Vampire Academy book, but in graphic novel form. I don't have the first one or any of the other ones, I just have the 2nd book in graphic novel form, and it looks pretty cool. So I'll get my first taste of a graphic novel. The next challenge is to read a hardcover, so I'm going to read The Disenchantments by Nina LaCour just because I'm already reading it for Booktube-A-Thon, so why not read it for this one, which overlaps? The last challenge that I'm going to try and complete for the Cramathon is to read 5 books total during the 5 days, which I think is completely likely. I'm probably going to read maybe like almost double that because the 4 books I've already picked, 2 are children's books, 1 is a graphic novel, All 3 of those will probably take 1.5 hours combined when I'm distracted and eating something at the same time. And then we have a short hardcover. I also want to read The Titan's Curse, which I'm already 50 pages into, and I want to try and squeeze in The Battle of the Labyrinth, which is the 4th book in the Percy Jackson series. And then there is The Assassin's Blade, which will probably actually take me the most out of all of these books to complete. So that was my tentative TBR for both the Christmas Booktube-A-Thon and the Cramathon. I'm pretty sure I can stick to this TBR. It doesn't seem that hard, and it seems pretty fun actually, but if I don't feel like reading a book at the moment, I'm not going to force myself to read it, because reading is fun and I'm going to make it more fun and less stressful by just going with the flow. Tell me down below if you're participating in either one of the readathons, either the Christmas Booktube-A-Thon or the Cramathon, or both, like me. Tell me what you are planning on reading. Also, request any videos you would like me to make in the future down below. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all of those social media Goodreads, because I'm going to be updating like crazy when I'm reading, and I want to know what you're reading at the moment too. Okay, so now I think I'm done, and I'm going to go read. You should too. Let's have a great day. Let's have a great winter break readathon time. Okay, I'm rambling now. Bye!